see my kid again. You gotta bring her to me.
Tonight on Outlaws.
I'm going to give you to him unless you tell me where your darling old man is.
What are you looking at, Blue Eyes?
Pardon me, ma'am, your naked self.
There ain't no way I'm letting anybody kidnap me. You got that?
Stabilizer's been hit! Oh!
We're dead.
Sheriff Jonathan Grail was mad. We'd hit a bank in his town. Harlan Pike. Me, Wilson Lucas. William Pike. And Isaiah Ice McAdams. Known collectively as the Pike Gang. Once been partners in crime with the four of us, but now all bets were off. The showdown was interrupted, however, by the Almighty, who sent us all sailing into the 20th century. And what a century it is. But we weren't what you would call ordinary men, so we dug in, tried to adapt, and started a detection agency to put beans on the table, and in the process ran head-on into Deputy Maggie Randall. Things may be different this century, but there's plenty of work to be done, because one thing's bound to be true. The bad hombres will always outnumber the good. This is worse than a stagecoach.
Well, Mexico's always been a dust bowl.
Half of it's in here with us right now.
Yeah, I'm smothered to death. You leave that window down or else turn on that cold air contraption.
Wilson, the air conditioner don't work because there's none of that there Freon.
Excuse me, Sheriff, but you got the heater on.
John, if you're gonna learn to drive them things, you gotta learn how to fool them switches down there.
And you figured, John, you could stay on the road a bit and just miss one or two of them potholes?
You fellas rather come by airplane?
No.
Well, shut up.
You know, if we'd have had any brains, we'd have come by horseback.
800 miles on horseback? Be riding for 2 weeks. Yeah, well, the sheriff's driving this thing like it was a horse. A gall-darn bucking horse.
That does it. Just for that, William? I ain't gonna drive you.
Hallelujah.
What?
Nothing, didn't say nothing. Isaiah, are you sure this here trail leads to Mr. Bennett's hacienda?
According to the map he sent us. He also mentioned that the road isn't all it might be.
Did he happen to mention where his daughter'd run away to, Ice?
No, he didn't say. At least not on the telephone.
Strange type of job for us to be doing. Getting paid good money to look for a runaway girl.
Why don't you wait to hear the whole story, Bill, before you get your back up?
You know, I got a feeling there's a lot more to this case than just a runaway girl. Must be them security guards Bennett told us about.
Not exactly crack troops, are they?
Now, everybody out and dump all your money on the hood. If you behave, we'll let you live. Hell, we might even take you to Bennett.
Buenas tardes. Tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Mr. Bennett?
Mr. Grail.
The article I read about you is true. You guys are good.
Well, it didn't take much.
You were good once, too. So was I. But we lost it somewhere along the line. That's why we're holed up down here.
On the run, huh?
I'll explain all that. Over a drink. Okay?
You don't have to ask this horse twice.
Amen to that.
You know, before we think any more about fetching your daughter, we'd like you to fill us in on a few more things.
Yeah, like why these hoodlums are hankering to get their hands on you so bad.
Because I was one of them. For a lot of years. Started out as a bodyguard and wound up running one of their casinos. I had a kid. And being involved in the rackets isn't exactly the greatest atmosphere to raise a daughter. So I quit. I took what was due me and I walked away. I was stupid. You don't quit these people. You see, they figure you know too much. I've been running ever since. That's come to an end. Nature's doing what the shooters couldn't. Doctor says I got maybe 6 months. Before I check out, I gotta see my kid again. Grady's all alone. She's singing in a joint up in Daly City called Sullivan's.
Listen, why can't you telephone her and tell her you're sick? Send her a ticket and she'll come on down here.
I wish it was that simple, Mr. Grail. But she's not exactly pleased being Mark Bennett's daughter.
Well, if she don't want to come with us, mister, I don't know how as we can make her.
Woo.
Of course, she just might listen to reason once I've had a chance to, explain.
Oh, sure.
Yet I'm willing to lay odds that you guys have been on the other side of the law. And if I'm right, then you know how hard it is to walk away. It takes something big.
Yeah, you might say it took us a bolt of lightning.
Me too. Now, I don't know if you've got families. Think about never seeing your kids again.
Well, I reckon we understand what you're saying, Mr. Bennett.
Please, you gotta bring her to me. I gotta see her again. I need to explain.
All right. Tell me something. These fellas who want to kill you, do they know about your daughter?
Not about her whereabouts. Not yet, I hope. Still, once you got her, don't take public transportation. I want you to go see an old friend of mine. His name is Eddie Geiger. He's got his own airstrip in the sticks.
Yeah, she's been singing at my place now a couple weeks. You know, in between strippers. Gives the joint some class.
Maybe he's still with her. Maybe not. In any event, she'll know where he is. And once you have that information, dig him out and eliminate him. We'll need proof you've completed the contract.
Like what?
Like his head.
you want, Manny?
Little hot in here, ain't it, baby?
Yeah, so beat it. I gotta change.
Afternoon, sir. I'm Jonathan Grail. This here's Wolfson Lucas. We'd like to see Miss Grady Bennett, if you don't mind.
Well, she don't want to see you.
Who was it?
A couple of perverts.
Miss Grady Bennett? Let him breathe, Wolfson.
He's all right.
We're here to escort you to your daddy.
No way.
Huh?
Oh, howdy, ma'am.
Talk about a rock and a hard place.
That's her.
Now, wait a second, Miss Bennett. We ain't here to harm you.
What are you looking at, Blue Eyes?
Pardon me, ma'am. Your naked self.
Howdy, cowboy. She's going with us.
Not likely, mister.
What is this, a convention? Get out of here, Coco.
Pardon us, lady. Pardon us. You're a mule, mister.
Stay away from me, Godzilla.
Get him, Billy.
When you come on, that fella's gonna get up.
Wherever they are, they're not bad.
For crying out loud, you guys sure made a mess of my joint.
Let's go. We've got a contract to fulfill.
Come on. Lost him.
Primo, great. Now let me out. You guys get back to the studio.
What?
Studio? What studio?
Well, wherever it is you're making the Western movie.
We ain't making no movie.
Well, then the nut house, then, because there ain't no way I'm letting anybody kidnap me. You got that? Nobody.
Miss, we ain't making a movie, and we sure ain't kidnappers. We're taking you back to your pappy.
Well, if I don't want to go, then you are kidnappers. And I don't want to go. Look, the only reason I'm sitting here is because the one thing I'd rather not see other than my father is a bunch of ice merchants.
Ice merchants?
Men that put you on ice? Hitmen? Bang, bang. And that's what those guys back there were. Later, dudes.
Hey, first off, ma'am, we ain't dudes. We was, all born in Texas, except Isaiah here, and he's sure enough Texan enough by now.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying politely that we ain't dudes.
Well, it's just a figure of speech, babes. Who are you guys, anyway?
We're, associates of your father. Friends who know it'd make him the happiest man in the world if the two of you just figure out a way to bury the hatchet.
Yeah, well, it's already buried, okay? Look, I wish him blue skies, but I don't want to be breathing the same air as him. It's bad for my health. Look, those creeps back there are after me because of him. Now, I want out of here. I do a solo act these days. Solo. So, thanks for your help, but no thanks.
Yeah, well, I see your point, miss. It's something you gotta do, we won't stop you. Of course, them hitmen fellows are not too far behind us, but if you want to do it solo, it's something you just gotta do.
Intelligent woman.
Well, I just wish I could decipher what she's saying.
Mark Bennett, I can't believe it. It's been years. You guys don't know how glad I am to hear he's still alive.
Well, he's alive. How long is it going to take to get this concerned contraption up in the air?
Oh, as soon as I file a flight plan, we're in the air. I'll be right with you.
Well, I can tell you, partners, I wish we weren't in such a hurry here.
I guess because it's lighter, it'll stay up better, huh?
Well, from an aerodynamic standpoint, it really doesn't matter.
What? What?
From a...
So, this one's just as likely to fall down as one of those big ones, huh?
Oh, stay up. Depending upon your point of view.
Oh, you're a big help.
Look, I know those other dudes are after me, but I still don't want to go.
Well, your pa, he warned us you could be as ornery as a cayuse with saddle galls.
No. What he was telling us was that you didn't have an easy time of it as a young'un.
Well, they got that right.
Grady, your daddy's dying.
What?
Some disease or another.
Are you telling me the real side?
What?
The truth.
Well, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what your daddy was telling us.
Well, that's a relief, because there's absolutely no way he's dying. He conned you dudes.
Oh, now listen, what if he was telling us the truth?
Then look out below, because the sky is gonna fall, and it'll be snowing in July. Look, you guys don't know what it was like living with him. You couldn't eat or sleep because your guts were always in your throat. You ran till you didn't even know where you were or cared. Didn't have any stability, no friends, no nothing.
Grady, he's stopped running now.
And, he said he's real sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to do about it, cry?
Maybe you could look inside your heart, and maybe you could find a little forgiveness in there.
I'm not familiar with that word.
She's here, and she's got 5 bad-looking dudes as a guard of honor. I'm flying them to Sonora, Coahuila airstrip. Where they're going from there, I got no idea.
Well, you stall until we get there, Edward. ETA 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops.
I don't know if I can stall them that long.
Well, try this, pal. If you take off before we get there, you better keep going to another galaxy. You got it?
Hey, mister!
Yo! That joke's been acting strange for about 2 weeks.
You gonna be able to get this thing up in the air and out of here or not?
Oh, sure, no problem. I mean, she'll go when she has to. She's just been acting a little temperamental, that's all.
Temperamental. Damn things are bad enough when they're contented.
That does it. I say we hire a boat. I'd rather drown fall out there.
Not to worry, Wolfson. Mr. Grail.
That's telling them, Wolfson. Always let your true feelings be known.
Oh, don't you worry. This engine's got a gag in it.
How did that get in there?
Try it now.
Clear!
Fly straight and true, Mr. Geiger.
And no more of them delaying tactics, mister. We'll get real angry.
I understand. Right.
A little more speed, Mr. Geiger.
Cut him off.
Stabilizer's been hit. We gotta stop.
Don't Don't panic, Mr. Geiger, and don't stop.
But I can't steer it. Don't you say it won't turn?
We can take off, can't we? Isn't that correct?
Well, yeah, we can take
Well,
off.
then do it, mister.
More speed, Mr. Geiger, more speed.
You hear him? More speed. Oh, oh.
We're dead. Just stop it. Just let me out of here. They can have me.
I say, I make him hit that thing again. Like riding the lightning all over again.
Oh, Lord, once more we're trespassing into your domain. Now, Lord, we don't want to be disrespectful or nothing, but oh, please, Lord, if you could just see it your way to get us down safe and sound.
They must have hit the gas tanks. Fuel's gone. Wait, we're going down. Oh, God. We're going down. I'm not kidding. We're going down.
What? Down?
Says we're falling, Wilson.
What?
Train!
Oh, Lord! I promise you we'll do anything. Don't let us crash.
That plane.
I told you we should have took a boat!
Temperament.
Yeah.
Billy, get her!
Come along, miss. No need kicking people trying to help you.
My plane! Woohoo! Nice crash. You like that crash, baby, huh?
Ooh,
What's
all
happening?
right.
Why don't you give me a little kiss? Want to go out there?
Please,
huh?
no.
What's happening, man? What you got on underneath the robe, huh?
Just leave me.
Nothing you'll ever see.
Well, you ain't lost it, Harlan.
Thank you, John.
Well, now, what do you want, son?
Gentlemen, may we offer you a lift?
Nice, look!
Yes, Electra.
Joe, a man's been hurt.
House of worship.
Huh? What sort of injury is this?
Well, we can't hide it from you, mister. He's been gunshot.
Come on, Wolf. Let him look at it.
The bullet appears to still be in his shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you take him to a hospital? There's one 2 blocks from here.
Oh, no. Wolf Lucas ain't gonna be laid up in no hospital waiting for no mobster shooters to come along and gun me down. No.
Mobster shootists?
Gonna need more people.
Hey, John, you gotta promise me something. No sawbones. If they see something bleeding, they hack it off.
Promise you, Wilson, no doctors, no sawbone.
Okay, now you remember Horace Turner out of the 5th Texas Cavalry, don't you? Remember him?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Well, he caught a mini ball right below his ankle bone on Missionary Ridge, remember?
We was there too, remember? Now, shh.
Well, the damn sawbones took his leg off all the way to the knee without even by your leave.
Oh, this is just great. You know, this is just hardcore terrific. I mean, in one day, my whole life goes weird. It's all your fault. And my father's. You see how much trouble he can cause now?
Well, them fellas in that hearse wagon was after you regardless. Now, you'd be in a lot worse fix than you are right now if we hadn't caught up to you.
Harlan's right, Grady. Why don't you find something to do and stop being a pain in our tail feathers?
Well, what am I supposed to do, sit around here and meditate?
It does soothe the soul.
Excuse me, sir, but as you observe, this bullet must be removed. If you kindly provide us with some clean towels and hot water, we'd appreciate it.
Of course. I'm afraid we don't have any surgical instruments.
Oh, we'll think of something. Well, Wolfson, appears to me I'm gonna get the chance to pay back the debt I owe you. Remember? Oh, you remember? After the Twin Forks job, when you took the slug out of the lower part of my anatomy.
John, vengeance does not become you.
Well, this ought to do it. Sterilize the instrument before I start carving. Hold him! Hold him! Hold him! Harlan? I see you, sir.
Wilson! Wilson!
Get out! Don't give me that knife! Take it easy. No, get me out of here! You wouldn't happen to have any medicinal fire water, would you? I mean, it's gonna hurt Wolfson some.
I do have some elderberry wine.
What happened, big boy? You get hit by an ICBM or something?
Now, shut up, Joe.
What you got, man? Is this what we're looking for?
That's correct, and I'm in a hurry.
Got all the transportation outlets covered, airports, bus terminals?
The main man's taking care of that. Everything's sewn up tight. Now, she's with 5 cowboys who know their stuff. They're good with their hands, too.
Might need some help once we locate him, you know, muscle.
I've taken care of that. We'll have all the muscle. Now, I lost them at this Daly City People's Park. They had some help from some freaks in blue robes, looked like Buddhist or something.
Sounds like the Hanani. They've got 4 or 5 temples in the Bay Area. We'll get on it. Always nice talking to you, Ty.
Now shut up, Doc.
Save it for the cowboys.
It appears that the wine worked.
Well, Wilson, time to start the party. How you feel? You ready, partner?
Boys, I see it.
See the lightning? I see it! Ah!
Hold him, he'll start bleeding again. Hold him.
Let him go. Let him go. Please, please, let him go. Take his hands. Do it. It's all right. You won't fight a woman.
John, you okay, partner?
Yeah, I'm fine, Harlan. I was just thinking how much it must have hurt old Wolfson to cut into me that time. You know, back then.
got to be done, John.
Damn it, Isaiah, don't tell me something I know already.
Glad to see you back to normal, Mr. Graham.
Thank you, Billy.
Well, I don't know, man. This posture, it kind of takes a toll on a fellow my size, you see.
It's mind over matter, Mr. Pike. Hananio morda. Hananio morda.
What exactly do those words mean?
That we're all reincarnated.
Tell me some more about this reincarnation.
It's the cornerstone of our beliefs, past lives. For example, I was a peasant woman in Dublin in the 16th century.
Irish?
Yes. Do you believe in past lives, Mr. Pike?
Well, you might say that. Yes.
Do you remember who you were?
They robbed the bank! Get him! Oh! It's the Graham!
Harlan's down!
Cover me, Billy.
Harlan! Have a hole, partner. On your right, Wolfson! Blast them, boys. Heaven help us all. That's right!
I said, do you remember who you were, Mr. Pike, in the past?
I robbed banks in the Old West. Sometimes trains, but mostly banks.
I see.
You think I'm loco, don't you?
No, on the contrary, I think I understand you better than most any man I've ever met. Do you come to San Francisco often?
If chance presents another opportunity, I will take advantage of it. Surely return. It'll be my pleasure to pay you a visit at that time, if you don't mind.
Oh, no. No, I don't mind. Not at all.
You know those fellas are still combing the town for us.
Don't I know it? So frustrating not being able to face them down and get it over with. I don't want to get these people in no danger, though.
Well, the longer we wait, the more the likelihood of that happening.
Hey, Wilson, Martin, how you feeling?
Yeah, raring to go, boys. Raring to go.
No, you're right. Give it 2 more hours, and then we'll move out of here.
Distant thoughts, John?
You know me pretty good, Isaiah.
Yeah, I know Miss Bennett kind of reminds you of your daughter.
Almost every young girl that age reminds me of Sarah. She was about that old when we rode the lightning. It's my deepest regret not spending time with her. Wonder what kind of life she would have had. Well, looky here. Yeah. Ma'am, I don't suppose by any chance you raise any beef?
Oh, no, sir. We're strictly vegetarians.
Delicious.
Look at that little itty bitty tomato. I wonder how it got that way.
John, there's so many things in this world that are just unexplainable.
Must have growed it in the shade.
Howdy, Tex.
What are you doing up here?
Oh, I just came up here to see you.
What about? Letting you bail?
Now, why are you so tough?
Now, if you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly.
Grr. Why don't you come here, you big old bear?
What?
What? Why don't you turn around?
To the hilt.
Hello, baby. I think you've just been had.
Did you catch her?
No, we did not catch her. You know, William, I am real curious as to what happened up here. Because whatever did happen, it didn't involve your brain.
Easy, John. We all make mistakes. No point in flailing the boy.
No, Harlan. The sheriff's right. This time, I was stupid. Real stupid.
Mr. Grail, Mr. Pike, hurry, it's Joe on the phone. Grady's been kidnapped.
Hello?
Mr. Grail, come down to Chinatown right away. They've got Miss Grady.
Chinatown?
I'll drive you.
Sit down.
I'd rather stand. All right, I'll sit. Just keep him away from me.
Now, I'm going to give you to him, unless you tell me where your darling old man is.
He's in Portland.
No, he's not. He never retraces his steps. We nearly grabbed him in Portland 3 years ago, you remember?
Oh, yeah. God, we really lost you dudes that day, huh? Look, why don't you just forget about it? He aces you people out every time anyway.
He's a traitor. He walked out on the wrong people.
Oh, and who are they? The Junior League, I suppose? At least he's not a killer.
He hasn't got the guts. He used to say he couldn't do what a man had to do to stay in the business. You know what he said to me once, Ty? It turned his stomach. Your old man's a Boy Scout.
He's more of a man than you'll ever be. I mean, he may have been a hood once, but inside he's good and kind. I'm defending him. He's in Biloxi, Tidewater Motel room number 8.
Let's try again, love. Eddie Geiger was going to fly you and some of your friends to Mexico, Grady. We're in Mexico.
I don't know.
Well, now, listen carefully, my love. I want you to think about this. Then Ty goes to work, and he's going to bust you up a little. Oh, not too much. You'll still be able to talk. And then perhaps you'll stop jerking me around. No maybes about it.
Oh, no.
Sounds busted.
What's the matter now?
I think it's the carburetor again.
Dang contraption. These machines, I never did trust them.
How much further we got to go?
About 2 miles due west.
See that? Look here, Billy. Well, I can't read it, but I can sure smell it. Stables.
Good luck, Mr. Pike.
Irish?
Whoever you are.
We don't rent the lariats. The lariats are the Academy's private property.
We'll pay extra for them when we return these mounts.
Yeah? Very well, gentlemen. Just please be careful and don't run the horses.
Yeah, right. Yeah!
Over here. The others are inside the building with Miss Grady. One of them is a huge Oriental man, as big as a tank.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure. Well, kind of looks to me like that standoff we had down at Dragon Wells. I suggest we handle it the same way. How's that shoulder of yours, Wilson?
It'll do, John. I don't use this side much anyway.
So, gentlemen, let's do it.
Amen.
Slow and easy.
All the way.
To the hill.
Pardon me?
Did you hear that?
Nice shot, William. Drop your iron to meet your maker!
He's mine.
I'll heal him, Isaiah.
Be my guest, Brother Wolf.
Well, I wouldn't go thanking him just yet. Come here.
What?
Since your daddy ain't here.
You're next, big boy.
Nervous?
No. Yeah. Mr. Grail, and all of you guys, I just want you to know that I'm real sorry for all the trouble I caused, and I'm ashamed about it.
What's done is done, Grady. No sense dwelling on the past. Isn't that right, John?
That's for true and certain, Isaiah. What you got to do is turn that trouble into something worthwhile.
You're talking about my daddy. God, what if he really is dying?
Then he'll be needing you, Grady.
Well, I'm not going to let him down.
Well, that's the spirit, miss. You hold on to that and use it.
God, Grady, you just might get to be likable if you put your mind to it.
I'm still not straight on why you guys brought me here. I know it just couldn't have been because of the money.
No. Well, quite a ways back, we all lost our families. Ones we loved. What happened to them? That kind of leaves you with an awful, empty pain that don't never go away. It's much worse to lose a child who's alive and who just don't want no part of you. I don't think any of us are man enough to live with a thing like that. You just run along now, Grady.
Hi, Daddy.
Two women with one thing in common, a lover. Joanne Woodward, Richard Crenna, and Lindsay Wagner star in Passions. The CBS Saturday night movie next, following Sports Break. Tomorrow on CBS Sports, there's NBA action. The Boston Celtics against the Detroit Pistons.